Music is integral to dance, part of the primal impulse that makes us want to move. But for most of us, the music is made by somebody else and we have to pay for it. In the second part of this music copyright video, Catherine Giuliano from OneMusic Australia continues to explain our copyright obligations. Another reader asked, I personally teach at more than one location. Do I need to license each location?
Only if at the two locations there's classes happening at the same time. If that teacher employs another teacher and so they're happening concurrently, yes, each location will have to be licensed. If that teacher is standalone and just does a class in one location, then physically goes to another location to do a class, no, because they're not happening concurrently. She's just moving around to different locations, or he is moving around to different locations.
Yeah, good. And another, my class numbers change so often. Can I adjust my class numbers more regularly?
So the OneMusic dance performance license is built so that people don't need to speak to us all the time, because we know they've got administrative burdens and they're small business operators. So we've built it such a way that they provide average number of classes over a 12-month period, knowing that there's fluctuations. Then that number of dance classes is put into a tier. So they're quite, they're different tiers to also account for any fluctuations as well. So it's not necessary, because even if you do more and do less, you most likely still fit in that tier. So you don't need to. But in saying that, if your dance classes change considerably, substantially, like are totally different to what they were when you reported at the beginning of the year, yes, we will adjust. You just come to us and we'll make an adjustment.
We had one reader asking about what she saw as a fee increase. Why have my fees increased so much compared to my previous APRA AMCOS ARIA license?
So the new OneMusic license is a bundle of rights. It's pulled all the rights into the one license. Previously, there were 3 different licenses. There was the APRA AMCOS license, there was the PPCA license, and there was the AMCOS ARIA license. So the OneMusic pulled all those together. What we found is that a lot of dance schools may have one, but not the others. They may have had 2, but not the others. So that's the main reason why there's a fee increase, because of the bundling. Often they didn't know, that they were non-compliant, or, that they were, inadvertently infringing, didn't know. But this now makes it safe, and bringing it all together means that they're licensed correctly now. So the other thing we've done with this license also, in terms of bringing it together, is to make it fairer, because previously it was a per day rate, and having a per day rate for the small dance schools compared to the big ones who had many, many rooms and many classes happening in the day, they were paying the same day rate. So that's why we've also moved it to a per class rate. So maybe the increase is because those big ones who are doing many classes have seen an increase in fees.
Right. All this complexity, because it is complex, as I'm sure you understand, makes some studios think of royalty-free music as the way to go. And one reader asked, can someone recommend the best websites to source royalty-free music? I found a few, but am never sure if they are an authentic source.
That's the main sort of issue around this. And I understand people go royalty-free. It's often based on pricing, I think. That's people's driver. is to go looking for royalty-free as a cheaper alternative. We have a list at OneMusic because, and over the years we've built on the list because we have to check ourselves. A lot of the time, royalty-free services advertise themselves as royalty-free, but they're actually not royalty-free. A lot of the songwriters are actually members of a society, either of APRA or the affiliates around the world. So that can happen. There are royalty-free services out there that are royalty-free, but they're few. It's hard to find and hard to know. So your reader, providing that question, it's correct. We advise people to come to us and we can let them know because we've researched, we've had a look, and we can tell people. I would like to put out there that there is another alternative for users of music, and it's called production music. Production music is a complete legitimate source. It is a cheaper version, because it's not commercially released music. It used to be known as library music, but or elevator music. Carrie may not remember that, but it has advanced since those days fantastically. There are so many different genres within the production music libraries, and it's completely a legitimate source, and we can help people with that too. We can provide links to production music if people were interested in that.
Okay, fantastic. Where does the money, the fees businesses like dance schools pay, go?
It goes to music creators. So OneMusic, comprising of APRA and PPCA again, have their own distributions. An admin fee is taken out, and anything else, and the admin fee is low, like on a world scale, it's low. The rest goes direct to copyright owners. So they get the money. And the unfortunate thing is, from my perspective, being a representative of those people, is that the users don't see it directly because they're using the music, but we're in the middle, being a OneMusic, representing them, and we can see that it goes there. So, my wish is to kind of bring them to the fore because, this is where I actually acknowledge music users and say thank you on their behalf because the money is going to them. They're getting it. But maybe one day I can actually have some of them come sit with me and they can actually thank you themselves.
Yes. Great. Yeah. All right. Well, that brings us to an end. We've got through all the questions, which is great. Thank you very much, Catherine. You're clearly right on top of your subject, and we really appreciate your clarifying this for us and for our readers.
Thanks, Karen. I know it's a complicated area. It really is complicated. Music copyright in particular, as opposed to any other copyright. So I understand. So any way that we can help and provide information, more than, we're available. We've got a customer support team available at OneMusic who are always there. We've got a live chat facility, and so we're always happy to help.
Fantastic. All right, thank you very much.
Thanks, Karen.